everyone, so it's day 2 for the HelloFresh recipes, and tonight we are making the honey hoisin beef with baby bok choy over jasmine rice. So as you can see, I've already started because I looked at the recipe tonight, like maybe 30 minutes ago, and it said that if you have extra time, let the beef marinate for up to 3 hours. Well, 3 hours will be 10 o'clock, so I don't have that kind of time. So we have the Food Saver marinators, so I've already added all of the ingredients into here. So there's like soy sauce, honey, ginger, garlic, beef, and then the hoisin. And we vacuum sealed it, so it's all ready to go. So this thing is awesome because it only marinates in 15 minutes instead of the 3 hours. So that should be good. One, I guess I should have read the recipe before, but I also thought HelloFresh said, 30 minutes. So it says total 30 minutes, but that's not including the marinade time. So I've already completed step 3. But let's go over all of the ingredients and the things that you're going to need. So there's always a start strong, which tells you a little tip. So this one talks about the bok choy. And then it also says to bust out a small pot, a peeler, a medium bowl, a large pan, and oil. So I have all of that. The large bowl, or the medium bowl, is to marinate the beef. And the peeler, I just cut off the ends of the ginger. I didn't actually peel it. And then, so they gave the scallions in the packages. They gave the little hoisin sauce. And these are like my favorite thing. The soy sauce came in them. Aren't they like so cute? They're like little fish. It's so cute. It's like, I don't know. I just saw the container. It made me so happy. It's about the little things, right? And then in the box that I didn't take out, I still have the bok choy. So there's about 4 bok choy in here. Sesame seeds, the rice. The rice got a little wet because I did have everything in the fridge. Like I didn't actually open the box. I just stuck the whole box in the fridge. But yeah, that's pretty much all that was in here. There was the garlic and then the ginger, which I already cut and minced. So let's see. The first step is to wash and dry all the produce and to bring 2 cups of water to a boil in a small pot. So I'm going to go ahead and start that. The small pot is for the rice, and then I'm going to wash the bok choy. And it is very dirty or sandy because just when I was going through all this stuff, it's just like gritty all over. So I'm going to make sure I really wash that, and then I'll see you back here. Okay, so I have my bok choy washed and ready to go. And in the time that it took me to wash the bok choy, the water was boiling for the rice. So I went ahead and I added the rice to the water. After I poured it in, I forgot to wash it. So I'm really hoping and crossing my fingers that they washed the rice before they packaged it, just because I always wash rice before I cook it. So I'm going to show you how to cut this. It gives very specific directions, so that helps because if you don't know the ingredients and you don't have experience cooking with it, most of the time you don't know what you're doing. So it does tell you to cut off the bottom end and to discard that part. And cut off a little bit more. I'm going to discard that. And then it says to cut in lengthwise. And then you're going to go ahead and chop it all the way up. So I finished cutting all of the bok choy, and then next I need to trim and thinly slice the scallions, and then directions actually say to keep the green and white part separate. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So trim off the bottoms, all the little roots. And toss those. Can you see Molly? That's our dog. He's like, please drop some more. Okay. So I'm going to trim. Oh, that's the timer for the rice. So it says to remove from heat and then keep it covered until the dinner is done. So it looks good. If you run it and the water is still like in the bottom, then I would have it cook for a little bit longer, but the rice looks pretty good. All the water is absorbed and it puffed up, so it's ready to go. Okay, so I'm going to keep cutting this. Thinly slice the scallions. Okay, so that's pretty much all the whites. A little bit of light greens in there, but I think that's fine. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not an expert chef, so, and I don't claim to be, so. Okay, then I'm going to continue with the rest of this. And then it did say to like mince the ginger, which I've already done. So I've already minced it, and I used half of it for the marinade and then half of the ginger, so I still have 2 of the cloves left for the marinade as well. So I'm skipping ahead to step 4. So compared to the turkey enchiladas, I feel like this is going a whole lot faster, which is making me happy because I'm hungry. Okay, so now it is time to cook the beef, and it has been marinating in the fridge for about 20 minutes, so it should be good. So here it is, all cold and marinated. So I'm going to move the camera over to the stove, and then we will pick up the recipe from there. Okay, so we are over at the stove, and it says heat a drizzle of oil in a large pan, and the oil said 2 teaspoons. And then it says to add the beef, and leave excess marinade in the bowl. Cook, tossing occasionally until browned for 2 to 3 minutes. And the beef did come pre-chopped, so that saved a lot of time. A thing that I keep forgetting to mention is that the meat that they give you is prepackaged. So it does say to fridge or freeze if, well, obviously keep refrigerated. And if you don't use it within 7 days, then you do need to freeze it. So you can't order HelloFresh and use it in a month, which obviously is not the point of it, but just in case that's what you're thinking of doing, just thought I'd tell you now. Okay, so the meat is almost cooked through, so I'm going to finish the stir fry by adding the scallion, ginger, garlic, and another drizzle of oil, it says. liquid from the meat actually will probably help, because in the start strong tip from the beginning, it said, you know, if the bok choy doesn't become tender, then you can add water to steam it, and the meat juice is actually doing that for me. So I feel like I definitely have a lot more bok choy than the recipe, because if you look at this picture, it does not look like there's a lot of bok choy in there compared to my pan, which is like all bok choy. So the lettuce, or the bok choy, actually wilted down a lot. The big, like, stalk parts doesn't seem, I guess it's tender. So I'm going to go ahead and, it says season with salt and pepper, and then put the beef and the marinade back in. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so it's been 2 to 3 minutes, and the sauce does not seem to be thickening. So maybe I was supposed to take out this sauce, or the like juice from the meat beforehand, even though it didn't say. But it's been about 5 minutes bubbling on high like this, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it's cooked and we're ready to eat. So, let's see, it doesn't say too much. Just divide rice between plates, top with the meat, sprinkle with scallions and the sesame seeds. Get my little rice scooper, which is also a fish. Can you see that? See? So cute, huh? And I'm going to scoop my rice. And I'm ready to eat. Looks pretty good, huh? Again, I'm pretty proud of myself. A lot fancier than I would normally make. So we are going to go ahead and eat dinner, and then I will be back to let you know my thoughts on this recipe and the ease of it and the taste and anything else I think of. Okay, so we just finished eating dinner, and our thoughts are it was pretty good. However, I think we both like the turkey enchiladas a little bit better, which is surprising to both of us. And let's see, this meal still took me about 2 hours to cook, and but it just felt a lot faster than the turkey enchiladas. It seemed like there were a lot less steps. Like, it was kind of just like dump it all in and let it sit, or dump it all in, let it cook. Whereas the other recipe that we did was a lot more like prep work, I feel like. You know, stuffing the tortillas, rolling it up, all of that. Where this was more of a one pan kind of meal, which I prefer, just because it's less dishes and all of that. Let's see, what else? Also, I think we would make this again. It had really good flavor. The meat was a little tough for me, and I think I would probably add less ginger next time, because there were like little bits of ginger when I got like a scoop of rice, and I mean, it wasn't bad, but I think it was just a little bit too much ginger. But overall, I think that this one was pretty good too, so thumbs up to this recipe as well. But we ranked this number 2, turkey enchiladas are number 1, and I think probably tomorrow night we will be making the pork chop recipe, so there's one more to go. So I will see you back here when we eat tomorrow night.